tell me, is there an ideal time that we should go to bed?
Definitely. In fact, because of sleep physiology, for most of us, the melatonin levels, which is a sleep hormone that's released in the brain from the pineal gland, is released about 11 p.m. So the melatonin comes out at about 11 p.m. So you feel sleepy by about midnight, and then it starts to peak at about 1 a.m. and starts to dwindle after that. So for most of us, you don't feel sleepy anymore after about 3 to 4 a.m. Therefore, we must catch this melatonin peak. So it's advisable to sleep between 11 p.m. to about 7 a.m. every day.
Okay.
And a lot of us, either they burn the midnight oil or they're on social media or they're working overtime. And by the time you cross that 1, 2 a.m. mark, you're not sleepy anymore. And you find that you just can't go to bed. So a lot
Mm.
of teenagers as well, they all have this, delayed sleep phase syndrome, which means they actually sleep later and later at night. So they miss this melatonin peak. So they find that when they start to go into the working world and they start to work, they find that because next morning they have to wake up at like 7 a.m., they find that they can't fall asleep at midnight anymore because
Mm.
of this delayed sleep phase syndrome that they have. So a lot of times we need to teach them some sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is something that we need to follow for most of us at least. Number one, to sleep regularly on time from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. every day. And no caffeine after 2 p.m. if possible. And the room needs to be very dark, cool, and quiet. No important discussions like 4 hours before sleep. That means don't discuss your profit and loss for the previous year, or don't discuss the children's futures just before you fall asleep.
Okay.
And 2 hours before sleep, you should avoid blue light. Therefore, if you're planning to sleep at like midnight, by 10 p.m., you should wind down. No iPhone, iPad, television, laptops, no social media if possible, and try to read a book. For most of us, we should read a book with a yellow dim light next to us, and preferably next to your bed, not in bed itself, because the bed is strictly for sleep only.
Can I just ask,
Of
this
course,
yellow dim light,
yes.
it's not bad for your eyesight? What
No.
is what is it?
Okay. Actually, for those with sleep problems, because the white light has blue light in it and it stimulates the brain, studies
Right.
have shown that people who are a bit more anxious with anxieties, their neurons fire very fast. So with the blue light, they get very tense and anxious, especially if they are stressed out about the next day's program or the next day's work, and then they cannot fall asleep. So they keep thinking about what I need to do tomorrow. And those with a to-do list, they tend to be very what Chinese call kanchong about things. So
Mm.
they tend to be very anxious. And a lot of them are perfectionists as well. They must check off the check
I
boxes,
feel like you're talking about me.